Hello. My controversial topic is racism, and I just wanted to talk about what the transcendentalists would think now, looking back on it and seeing if they would be rolling in their graves because of these past events and even now. I think the transcendentalists would be disgusted really by this, I don't even know what to call it, this horrifying thing that happened to these people, these African Americans. I think that the Transcendentalism's beliefs are totally opposite of what happened. They believed in not the skin color, that didn't matter. They believed in what people put in society and how people moved forward and searching for meaning and all that deep thought. And really what happened was these white people didn't even think. They were just blaming it, or that was their belief system, but it didn't go deep enough. It didn't think about what it was doing to these people. It didn't think about their humanity and how it was being deprived of all aspects. I think that the white people could be at fault by the Transcendentalists. I think they would think that a little bit because the white people kind of like fell back on all those horrible things that the Transcendentalists didn't believe in, like materialism and greed and vanity and all these things, and how they just put people under them. They're dominant. They thought they were the dominant culture, and really they were supposed to be all living as one, like the oversoul, how everyone is connected, and they really didn't think about that. They were just thinking about their own selves, which is very bad to the Transcendentalists. I think that going back to how society corrupts people, or that's what they believed in, I think that this is an example of how this society made such a bad effect on these African American people, and how it's still affecting people today. And I think that maybe if these people like Thoreau and Emerson went out to the woods and discovered that they should be searching for meaning, and that this isn't really the way they should be going, and to think not so much towards the future, to be not even think about the present, but to think of all the regret and how much they were disturbing these people's lives. I think that racism is obviously still a problem to some parts, and I think that the Transcendentalists would be horrified, and that they believed in that you should be contributing to society, and these people are just kind of holding it back. They're not progressing anything. They're not transcending how our beliefs. They're just making it worse, making it horrible to the people. And it's supposed to be as one. And how can you build something with not a good base? Everything will fall apart. I don't think they were thinking about that. I think they were just thinking about themselves, and I think people still do that a lot. And it's just not towards blacks and whites, and it's between blacks and whites and men and women and gays and lesbians and transgender people. If people fight against each other for no really reason, even though I think the Transcendentalism people like Thoreau and Emerson will believe in sometimes you have to come together and argue about some things to move forward and to get other people's beliefs. But I think that just talking to someone and being, you're not right, you're lower than me, you're this, you're that, totally disregarding them is not what they believed in. I think they would be horrified and I think it's just bad how people still do that today. And really, if you look back in time, we could have learned this a long time ago, and we're just kind of not stuck, almost stuck, but we're not progressing. And I think that the Transcendentalists would be upset about that, and I think that it's just a horrible thing to happen, and we're not really moving forward at all, and I think they would be really bad about that. I'm really mad about that, and these people aren't searching for meaning or believing in them and deciding whether the body or the spirit is better and what to believe in. They're just conforming to a horrible policy of beliefs and corruption and depriving people and withering them into something that doesn't even believe in themselves, and they're not giving other people hope, they're taking it away. And I think they would respect the African American people for coming together, like Martin Luther King, who led all these people and who made a motion in this and made it better for many people. And I think they would have been on the side of the African American people, being looking at the white people and saying, "What are you doing? You have no idea what you're doing to these people and what the effects this will have, and even what you're doing to yourself, and how even though you're depriving those people, you're also depriving yourself of what you could be, and you're lowering yourself instead of being one, realizing everyone should be one and fighting for each other." And that only weakens people when they're separate and when they just throw other people under the bus or like just disregarding them, and they're not being strong at all. And the transcendentalists believe that you have to sometimes be alone, and you have to sometimes think about what you want and what does this mean to someone, but you have to come together eventually and decide what is the best way we can make this, what is the best way we can push forward and have society not as horrible it has been, have it be a good place and not something that corrupts the soul or withers the minds of people and withers their hopes and dreams. And I think that it's supposed to be evolving, and it's really not. It's the transcendentalists would think we've moved forward from this, and we really haven't, and I think they would be disappointed. And that's it.